Man, it's hot in here. I had to take my shirt off for a minute. But, you know, it's all about unity. It's all about unity, New Hampshire. You got a Senator Barack Obama, the presumptive Democratic nominee, and you got the former Democratic challenger, Senator Hillary Clinton, together in unity, New Hampshire. Of course, your good friends over at Fox GOP News, the Axis of Ignorance, Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, and Rush Limbaugh, the Internet Shrew, Michelle Malkin, and that toe-sucking turd, Dick Morris, they're all out there saying that this is a farce. This is not true. This is just a sham just to make people think that they're together, but they're not. The conservative newspaper out of London called The Telegraph said that Bill Clinton is not that angry, but he's really angry at Senator Barack Obama. And in order for Clinton to give him his support, he had to kiss his ass. The whole thing is that this Democratic nomination was fought all the way to June 8th when Senator Clinton decided she wants to hang up the towel and throw it out. But the whole thing about it was that this election has been very bitter from the start. A lot of the American public had knew that two extremely popular candidates were going into it, and there was going to be only one winner. Unfortunately, that this outcome has gotten to a point where now you got angry Clinton supporters threatening to vote for McCain, even though Clinton and Obama both agree on the issues. They rather vote for someone who's against most of the principles they stand for, as well as with some of McCain's disgruntled Republicans. They may threaten to go to Obama, seeing that he's won. We got to rewind ourselves back to unity. You can remember that Mitt Romney and John McCain were in this bitter feud all the way up to McCain clinging the Republican primaries. You remember that Romney put over $100 million into this election, and McCain only had less than $15 million. They were going at each other saying who was the most liberal, who supported immigration, who supported illegal immigration, who supported gun rights, who supported gun control, who was in favor of the war, who was against the war, who flip-flopped on the issues. This is one of those things that the media fails to cover because, of course, the Democratic primaries were more important because they got, once again, two popular candidates, and there was only going to be one. Mitt Romney is very upset with Senator McCain because he felt that by urging Mike Huckabee to be in there, he felt that he was losing the conservative vote because Mike Huckabee and Ron Paul were still in this race, and it was draining his voters into their party and only giving McCain more momentum. Well, at CPAC, he conceded and he decided to suspend his campaign, hoping that in 2012 he can run. I think Senator Clinton's in that same position because she felt that if Obama doesn't win the White House, then she can run in 2012 and try to win back some of the supporters who are upset about the victory for McCain. Nonetheless, this is my honest opinion about what's going on. The Democratic Party knew Hillary Clinton was a formidable rival. Let me just say that again. Formidable rival to the Republicans. The thing was that Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, and Fox GOP News encouraged voters to vote for her in the primaries. They knew that if she was to cling the Democratic nomination, the black voters may sit it out, and it may give them more political fire, and it also may galvanize the conservative base, who is already disappointed in the way McCain, Giuliani, and Thompson and Romney were running. They were running on a principle of conservative values, but Romney, he's been married to his wife for many years. Giuliani's been married 3 times. Thompson's been married only twice. And McCain's been married twice. They're not conservative enough. The whole thing with the conservative movement, you got to be purely conservative in order for them to win. They wanted someone like Reagan, who was also married twice, but you know, Reagan had more of a conservative view on America than what your current candidate has. But the whole thing with Clinton and McCain and Obama and Romney, the whole thing was that Clinton handedly will beat Romney, Giuliani, and Thompson. So they felt that if Clinton was to face McCain, then she may lose. So the Democratic Party, which is considered more of a mixed bag of minorities and people who are into liberalism, the whole thing was that the Democratic Party knew that Barack Obama stood a chance against McCain and some of the conservatives that were going against him. So they voted for McCain and Obama. A lot of the supporters now urge Obama to put Clinton on the vice presidential nod, and Romney supporters want McCain to do the same. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think they should do it, because after all the negative campaign ads between Romney and McCain and Clinton and Obama, I don't think it would be right to put them on each other and put them together on a ticket. But it worked in the case of George W. Bush and Ronald Reagan. I mean, they worked together. Nonetheless, this is your country here. Your country is basically 310 million people. 35 million can't stand Obama. 30 million can't stand McCain. There's got to be some middle ground for you. You can't sit this election out. If you want to sit this election out, that's your choice. I'm not sitting this election out. I'm disappointed that Congressman Ron Paul didn't win. But I'm not going to stop and say, look, I'm not going to vote. I'm going to vote for someone who's more focused on the economy and against the war. That would be Senator Obama. So once again, I'm just going to clarify this to you. I know you're upset that your candidate didn't win. And I know that there's a lot of things that Senator Obama's got to prove in order for him to be likable. Although he is real likable as a person, he just has to prove to the people that he's qualified for the job, as well as Senator McCain. But I'm taking a political gamble by saying that I am going for Obama. And that's just how I feel. It's not about a black issue. It's about a simple principle. I'm not for the war. I'm trying to figure out where this economy is going. And my community needs some change. Because if we're going to continue to have the George Bush legacy go on, then we're not going to get nowhere. So therefore, that's my summary of what's going on in Unity. Unity, New Hampshire. The home of Clinton and Obama. The farce.